What if the key to understanding the mysteries of life and death, healing, and transformation has been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years? Picture this: a simple staff, entwined by two serpents and crowned with wings, has traveled through time, appearing in ancient myths, sacred rituals, and even modern medicine. This is the Caduceus, a symbol so powerful and enigmatic that it has captivated the imaginations of countless cultures across the ages. But what does it truly represent, and why does it continue to hold such profound significance in both ancient and modern contexts? In this video, we're diving deep into the 30 secrets of the Caduceus, unraveling its symbolism in mythology, and uncovering the hidden truths that have made it one of the most enduring and mysterious symbols in human history. By the end of this journey, you'll not only understand its origins, but also see how its timeless wisdom still resonates in our world today. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of the Caduceus? Let's begin. Now, let's step back in time to uncover the very beginnings of the Caduceus. Its story starts not in Greece or Rome, but in the cradle of civilization itself, ancient Mesopotamia. Here, among the earliest known cultures, the Caduceus began to take shape as a symbol of power and healing. In Mesopotamia, the staff was often associated with gods who held dominion over life, death, and the natural world. One of the earliest depictions of a staff entwined with serpents can be traced to the Sumerian god Ningish-Siddha, a deity linked to the underworld and regeneration. This imagery of serpents coiled around a staff wasn't just decorative, it symbolized the duality of life and death, healing and destruction, and the eternal cycle of renewal. As time passed, the Caduceus began to evolve, spreading across cultures and adapting to new meanings. In ancient Egypt, for example, the staff took on a similar form, often associated with the god Thoth, who was revered as a healer and a guide between worlds. The intertwining serpents mirrored the Egyptian concept of duality, much like the balance between chaos and order in their cosmology. By the time the Caduceus reached ancient Greece, it had already accumulated layers of symbolism, ready to be woven into the myths of Hermes, the messenger god. But even then, its roots in Mesopotamia and Egypt remained a foundational part of its identity, reminding us that this symbol's power lies in its ability to transcend borders and eras. The Caduceus didn't just appear fully formed, it grew, adapted, and absorbed the beliefs of the cultures that embraced it. From its early days in Mesopotamia to its later interpretations in Egypt and Greece, the Caduceus became a living symbol, one that carried the wisdom of the ancients into the modern world. And as we'll see, this journey of transformation is just the beginning of its fascinating story. Now, as we journey from the ancient lands of Mesopotamia and Egypt, we arrive in the world of Greek mythology, where the Caduceus takes on a new life as the iconic staff of Hermes, the messenger god. Hermes, known for his speed, wit, and ability to move between the realms of the gods and mortals, carried the Caduceus as a symbol of his divine authority. But this wasn't just any staff, it was a tool of transformation, a bridge between worlds, and a guide for souls navigating the afterlife. In Greek myth, the Caduceus became inseparable from Hermes' identity. As the messenger of the gods, Hermes used the staff not only to deliver divine messages, but also to mediate between the living and the dead. One of his most important roles was guiding souls to the underworld, ensuring they reached their final destination safely. The serpents coiled around the staff were said to represent the balance between life and death, while the wings at its top symbolized Hermes' swift movement between realms. Together, these elements made the Caduceus a powerful emblem of communication, transition, and the interconnectedness of all things. But the Caduceus wasn't just about guiding souls, it also played a key role in Hermes' interactions with the living. Known as the patron of travelers, merchants, and even thieves, Hermes used the staff to bring harmony and resolution to conflicts. In some myths, the Caduceus was said to have the power to soothe disputes, lulling even the fiercest adversaries into peace. This dual role, guiding souls and fostering communication, made the Caduceus a symbol of both spiritual and earthly balance. What's fascinating is how the Caduceus, with its roots in ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt, was reinterpreted in Greek mythology to reflect the values and beliefs of the time. Hermes' staff became a testament to the power of communication, not just between people but between the mortal and divine worlds. It reminds us that the Caduceus is more than a symbol, it's a story, one that evolves with each culture that embraces it. And as we'll see, this story continues to unfold in even more surprising ways. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most striking features of the Caduceus, the two serpents coiled around the staff. These serpents are far more than decorative elements. They carry profound symbolism that has fascinated scholars and mythologists for centuries. At their core, the serpents represent duality, the idea that opposing forces are not just in conflict but are deeply interconnected. This duality can be seen in countless aspects of life, light and dark, life and death, creation and destruction. The serpents, intertwined yet distinct, embody this balance, reminding us that harmony often arises from the tension between opposites. In many ancient cultures, serpents were seen as powerful symbols of transformation and renewal. Their ability to shed their skin made them a natural representation of rebirth and the cyclical nature of existence. In the context of the Caduceus, the serpent's presence underscores the idea of the life-death cycle, a theme that resonates deeply in mythology. They suggest that life and death are not in points but part of an ongoing, eternal process. This is why the Caduceus, with its serpents, became such a potent symbol in rituals and myths involving transitions, whether it's the journey of the soul to the afterlife or the transformation of the self through healing and growth. The serpents also reflect the concept of balance, a recurring theme in the Caduceus's symbolism. Just as Hermes mediated between the gods and mortals, the serpents represent the mediation between opposing forces. Their intertwined form creates a dynamic equilibrium, a visual reminder that true harmony often requires the integration of seemingly contradictory elements. This idea of balance extends beyond the physical world into the spiritual and emotional realms, making the Caduceus a timeless symbol of wholeness and unity. Interestingly, the serpent's duality also ties into the Caduceus's role in healing and medicine. In ancient times, venomous snakes were both feared and revered for their ability to harm or heal, depending on how their venom was used. This duality mirrors the Caduceus's association with both life and death, destruction and renewal. It's a reminder that healing often involves confronting and integrating the darker aspects of existence, a theme that continues to resonate in modern interpretations of the Caduceus. As we explore the serpent's symbolism, it's clear that they are more than just mythological creatures. They are a profound representation of the interconnectedness of all things. Their presence on the Caduceus invites us to reflect on the balance within ourselves and the world around us, reminding us that even the most opposing forces can coexist in harmony. And as we'll see next, this theme of balance and transformation continues to unfold in the wings that crown the Caduceus, adding yet another layer to its rich symbolism. Now let's shift our focus to the wings that crown the Caduceus, a feature that adds yet another layer of meaning to this already rich symbol. These wings, often overlooked in favor of the striking serpents, carry their own profound significance. At first glance, they might seem like a simple decorative element, but in reality, they represent speed, divine intervention, and the bridge between the earthly and the divine. The wings atop the Caduceus are a direct nod to Hermes, the swift messenger of the gods. In Greek mythology, Hermes was known for his incredible speed, able to travel between the realms of the gods, mortals, and the underworld in the blink of an eye. The wings symbolize this agility, emphasizing the Caduceus's role as a tool of communication and mediation. They remind us that messages, whether divine or mortal, must move quickly and efficiently, transcending boundaries to deliver their purpose. But the wings are more than just a symbol of speed, they also signify divine intervention. In many myths, Hermes used his winged sandals and staff to carry out the will of the gods, intervening in human affairs to guide, protect, or deliver messages. The wings on the Caduceus, therefore, serve as a reminder of the divine presence in our lives, suggesting that higher forces are always at work, even if we cannot see them. This idea of divine guidance resonates deeply in rituals and myths where the Caduceus appears, reinforcing its role as a conduit between the mortal and the divine. Perhaps most importantly, the wings represent the connection between the earthly and the divine. They symbolize the ability to rise above the mundane and access higher realms of understanding and spirituality. In this sense, the Caduceus becomes not just a staff but a ladder, a tool for ascending beyond the physical world to touch the sacred. This theme of transcendence is central to the Caduceus's symbolism, reminding us that while we are rooted in the earthly realm, we are also capable of reaching toward the divine. The wings also echo the duality we've seen in the serpents, but in a different way. While the serpents represent the balance of opposing forces, the wings suggest the possibility of rising above duality altogether, achieving a state of unity and harmony. They invite us to consider that true wisdom lies not in choosing between opposites but in transcending them, finding a higher perspective that encompasses both. As we reflect on the wings of the Caduceus, it's clear that they are far more than a decorative flourish. They are a powerful symbol of speed, divine intervention, and the connection between worlds. Together with the serpents, they create a complete picture of the Caduceus's role as a mediator, healer, and guide. And as we'll see next, this interplay of symbols continues to deepen as we explore the Caduceus's association with healing and medicine, a connection that has shaped its legacy in both ancient and modern times. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most fascinating aspects of the Caduceus, its connection to healing and medicine. While the Caduceus is often associated with Hermes and his role as a messenger, it also holds a significant place in the world of healing, particularly in ancient Greece. This duality of purpose adds yet another layer of depth to its symbolism, blending communication with care and mediation with medicine. In ancient Greek mythology, the Caduceus is sometimes linked to Asclepius, the god of healing and medicine. Asclepius, often depicted with a staff entwined by a single serpent, is a central figure in the history of medicine. His staff, known as the Rod of Asclepius, became a universal symbol of healing and is still used today in medical logos and institutions. However, here's where things get interesting and a bit confusing. Over time, the Caduceus, with its two serpents and wings, has often been mistaken for the Rod of Asclepius, leading to a mix-up that persists even in modern times. So, why the confusion? The answer lies in the overlapping symbolism of serpents and staffs. Both symbols feature serpents, creatures long associated with healing and renewal due to their ability to shed their skin and emerge anew. In the case of the Caduceus, the two serpents represent balance and duality, while the single serpent on Asclepius's staff symbolizes rejuvenation and the healing process. The wings on the Caduceus, as we've discussed, add the element of divine intervention and transcendence, further complicating the distinction between the two symbols. Historically, the Caduceus was more closely tied to commerce and negotiation, thanks to Hermes' role as the patron of merchants. However, its association with healing likely stems from its use in rituals and ceremonies where it served as a protective emblem. In these contexts, the Caduceus was believed to ward off illness and bring about spiritual and physical well-being. This dual role, as both a symbol of commerce and healing, reflects the interconnectedness of ancient Greek society, where trade and health were seen as vital to the community's prosperity. Despite its historical roots, the Caduceus's adoption as a medical symbol in modern times is somewhat controversial. many argue that the rod of Asclepius, with its clear connection to healing, is the more appropriate emblem for medicine. Yet the Caduceus continues to appear in medical logos, particularly in the United States, where it has become a recognizable symbol of healthcare organizations. This blending of symbols highlights the enduring power of the Caduceus to inspire and represent complex ideas, even when its meaning shifts across cultures and eras. As we reflect on the Caduceus's role in healing, it's clear that its symbolism is as multifaceted as the myths that surround it. Whether as a tool of communication, a protector against illness, or a bridge between the earthly and the divine, the Caduceus reminds us that healing is not just a physical process but a spiritual and communal one as well. And as we'll see next, this intricate web of meanings extends even further as we explore the Caduceus's role in alchemy, where it takes on yet another layer of significance as a symbol of transformation and the union of opposites. Now, let's step into the mystical world of alchemy, where the Caduceus takes on an entirely new dimension of meaning. In the realm of alchemy, the Caduceus was not just a symbol of communication or healing. It became a powerful emblem of transformation, representing the union of opposites and the pursuit of the philosopher's stone. This ancient practice, which sought to turn base metals into gold and discover the elixir of life, found profound resonance in the imagery of the Caduceus with its entwined serpents and winged staff. The two serpents coiled around the staff were seen as embodying the duality inherent in alchemical philosophy, opposing forces like light and dark, male and female, or sulfur and mercury. These opposites were believed to be essential for achieving balance and harmony, a central goal in the alchemical process. The Caduceus, with its serpents intertwined in perfect symmetry, became a visual representation of this delicate equilibrium, reminding alchemists that true transformation required the merging of seemingly contradictory elements. At the top of the Caduceus, the wings added another layer of symbolism, representing the ascent to higher knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. For alchemists, the journey was not just about physical transformation, but also about inner growth and the pursuit of wisdom. The wings signified the transcendence of earthly limitations, pointing toward the ultimate goal of alchemy, the creation of the philosopher's stone, a substance believed to grant immortality and infinite wisdom. The philosopher's stone itself was often linked to the Caduceus, as both symbols shared themes of transformation and the unification of opposites. Just as the Caduceus brought together the earthly and the divine, the philosopher's stone was thought to bridge the gap between the material and the spiritual, turning the mundane into the extraordinary. This connection made the Caduceus a revered symbol among alchemists, who saw it as a guide on their quest for perfection and enlightenment. Interestingly, the Caduceus also found its way into the imagery of early alchemical texts and manuscripts, where it was often depicted alongside other symbols of transformation, such as the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its own tail. Together, these symbols reinforced the idea of eternal cycles and the continuous process of death and rebirth, central themes in both alchemy and mythology. As we explore the Caduceus's role in alchemy, it's clear that its symbolism transcends its origins, adapting to fit the needs and beliefs of those who revered it. Whether as a tool for healing, a guide for souls, or a beacon of transformation, the Caduceus continues to inspire and captivate, reminding us of the timeless quest for balance, wisdom, and the unification of opposites. And as we'll see next, this journey of discovery takes us even further as we uncover the Caduceus's fascinating parallels in Egyptian mythology. Now, let's journey across the sands of time to ancient Egypt, where the Caduceus finds striking parallels in the rich tapestry of Egyptian mythology. Here, the Caduceus shares remarkable similarities with the staff of Osiris, one of the most revered symbols in Egyptian culture. Osiris, the god of the afterlife, resurrection, and fertility, wielded a staff that embodied divine authority and the promise of eternal life. Much like the Caduceus, the staff of Osiris was more than just a physical object. It was a powerful emblem of transformation, renewal, and the connection between the earthly and the divine. The staff of Osiris, often depicted as a long, straight rod topped with a symbolic headpiece, represented his role as a guide for souls in the afterlife. This imagery mirrors the Caduceus's function in Greek mythology, where it served as a tool for Hermes to escort souls to the underworld. Both symbols carry the weight of guiding beings through transitions, whether from life to death or from ignorance to enlightenment. This shared theme of guidance underscores the universal human fascination with symbols that bridge the gap between the mortal and the eternal. Another fascinating parallel lies in the themes of resurrection and renewal. Osiris, who was famously resurrected after being dismembered by his brother Set, became a symbol of hope and rebirth. His staff, much like the Caduceus, came to represent the cyclical nature of life, death, and regeneration. The entwined serpents of the Caduceus, often interpreted as symbols of duality and balance, find their echo in the Egyptian understanding of life's eternal cycles. Both symbols remind us that endings are often beginnings in disguise, and that transformation is an inherent part of existence. Divine authority is another key theme that links the Caduceus and the staff of Osiris. In Egyptian mythology, Osiris was not only a god of the afterlife, but also a ruler and judge of the dead. His staff symbolized his power to govern and maintain cosmic order, or Mat, which was central to Egyptian belief. Similarly, the Caduceus, with its wings and serpents, conveyed the authority of Hermes as a messenger of the gods and a mediator between realms. Both symbols served as reminders of the divine's role in maintaining balance and harmony in the universe. Interestingly, the Caduceus and the staff of Osiris also share a connection to healing and protection. While the Caduceus is often associated with medicine and healing in Greek mythology, Osiris's staff was believed to offer protection and blessings to those who carried it. This overlap highlights the universal human desire for symbols that provide comfort, safety, and the promise of renewal in times of hardship. As we explore these connections, it becomes clear that the Caduceus and the staff of Osiris are more than just artifacts of their respective cultures. They are timeless symbols that speak to the deepest aspects of the human experience. Whether guiding souls, embodying divine authority, or representing the cycles of life and death, these symbols remind us of the enduring power of myth to illuminate our understanding of the world. And as we'll see next, the Caduceus's journey through history takes yet another fascinating turn as we delve into its role in Roman culture. As we step into the world of ancient Rome, the Caduceus takes on a new identity, intertwined with the mythology of Mercury, the Roman counterpart to Hermes. Just as the Greeks revered Hermes as the messenger of the gods, the Romans held Mercury in high esteem, attributing to him similar roles and responsibilities. The Caduceus, now a symbol of Mercury, became a powerful emblem of communication, commerce, and the divine connection between the heavens and the earth. Mercury, known for his speed and cunning, carried the Caduceus as a tool of his trade. It was not just a staff but a representation of his ability to move swiftly between realms, delivering messages from the gods to mortals and guiding souls to the afterlife. This dual role of messenger and psychopompa, a guide of souls, mirrors the Caduceus's function in Greek mythology, yet with a distinctly Roman flavor. The Romans, ever practical and pragmatic, also associated the Caduceus with trade and negotiation, reflecting Mercury's role as the patron of merchants and travelers. The Caduceus's symbolism in Roman culture extended beyond its mythological roots. It became a symbol of peace and diplomacy, often carried by heralds and ambassadors to signify their authority and the protection of the gods. This association with peace and negotiation highlights the Romans' appreciation for order and harmony, values that were central to their worldview. The entwined serpents of the Caduceus, representing balance and duality, resonated deeply with Roman ideals of equilibrium and justice. Interestingly, the Romans also linked the Caduceus to healing and protection, much like their Greek predecessors. While the Caduceus is more commonly associated with commerce and communication in Roman mythology, its connection to healing was not entirely lost. Temples dedicated to Mercury often featured the Caduceus as a symbol of divine favor and safeguarding, offering a sense of security to those who sought his blessings. The Caduceus's journey through Roman culture reveals its adaptability and enduring significance. Whether as a tool of Mercury, a symbol of commerce, or an emblem of peace, the Caduceus continued to embody the themes of guidance, transformation, and divine authority. Its presence in Roman mythology underscores the universal appeal of this ancient symbol, transcending cultural boundaries and resonating with the shared human experience. As we move forward, the Caduceus's story takes yet another intriguing turn, revealing its role in shaping the world of commerce and trade. Stay with us as we uncover how this ancient symbol became a beacon for merchants and negotiators, bridging the gap between the divine and the everyday. Now, let's turn our attention to the Caduceus's fascinating connection to commerce and trade, a role deeply rooted in the mythology of Hermes and Mercury. As the patron of merchants, Hermes was not only a messenger of the gods, but also a protector of those who traveled far and wide to exchange goods and ideas. The Caduceus, with its entwined serpents and wings, became a symbol of safe passage, fair dealings, and the smooth flow of communication, essential elements for successful trade. In ancient times, merchants often faced perilous journeys across land and sea, navigating uncertain territories and encountering unpredictable challenges. The Caduceus, carried by Hermes, was seen as a divine guarantee of protection and guidance. It assured traders that they were under the watchful eye of the gods, fostering trust and confidence in their ventures. This association with commerce wasn't just about physical trade. It also symbolized the exchange of knowledge, culture, and ideas, making the Caduceus a bridge between distant peoples and civilizations. The Romans, ever practical, embraced this symbolism wholeheartedly. Mercury, their version of Hermes, became the god of commerce and profit, and the Caduceus was his emblem of choice. It adorned marketplaces, temples, and even the seals of merchants, serving as a reminder of the divine favor that could ensure prosperity and success. The staff's intertwined serpents, representing balance and harmony, mirrored the ideal of fair trade, a system where both parties benefited equally. But the Caduceus's role in commerce went beyond mere symbolism. It also became a tool of negotiation and diplomacy. Heralds and ambassadors carried the Caduceus as a sign of their authority and neutrality, ensuring that their messages were received without conflict. This practice reinforced the idea that commerce wasn't just about profit, but also about building relationships and fostering peace between communities. Interestingly, the Caduceus's association with commerce also highlights its dual nature. Just as the serpents represent opposing forces in balance, commerce itself is a delicate dance between competition and cooperation. The Caduceus reminds us that successful trade requires not only ambition but also integrity, fairness, and mutual respect. As we reflect on the Caduceus's role in commerce, it's clear that this ancient symbol transcends its mythological origins. It speaks to the timeless human desire for connection, exchange, and prosperity. Whether in the bustling markets of ancient Rome or the global trade networks of today, the Caduceus remains a powerful emblem of the principles that drive commerce forward. Next, we'll explore how the Caduceus found its place in the stars, connecting it to the realm of astrology and the planet Mercury. Stay with us as we uncover the celestial secrets of this enduring symbol. Now, let's shift our gaze skyward and explore the Caduceus's celestial connections, particularly its ties to the planet Mercury in astrology. In the realm of the stars, Mercury is known as the planet of communication, intellect, and swift movement, qualities that align perfectly with the symbolism of the Caduceus. Just as Hermes, the messenger god, carried the Caduceus to deliver divine messages, Mercury governs the flow of information, ideas, and mental agility in astrological traditions. The Caduceus, with its entwined serpents and wings, mirrors Mercury's dual nature. The serpents represent the balance between opposing forces, much like the way Mercury influences both logic and intuition, reason and creativity. The wings, on the other hand, symbolize the speed and fluidity of thought, reflecting Mercury's role as the quickest-moving planet in the solar system. Together, these elements make the Caduceus a fitting emblem for Mercury's astrological influence. In astrology, Mercury rules over communication in all its forms: speech, writing, and even non-verbal expression. It governs how we process information, solve problems, and connect with others. Those born under strong Mercury placements are often gifted with sharp minds, quick wit, and a natural ability to adapt to new situations. The Caduceus, as a symbol of Mercury, reminds us of the power of clear and balanced communication, urging us to harmonize our thoughts and words. But Mercury's influence goes beyond mere intellect. It also governs travel, trade, and the exchange of ideas, echoing the Caduceus's role in commerce and diplomacy. Just as the Caduceus guided merchants and heralds in ancient times, Mercury's energy encourages us to seek out new experiences, learn from different cultures, and build bridges between people. This connection highlights the Caduceus's enduring relevance as a symbol of connection and exchange, whether on Earth or in the heavens. Interestingly, Mercury's astrological associations also tie into the Caduceus's representation of duality. In astrology, Mercury rules both Gemini and Virgo, two signs that embody contrasting qualities. Gemini, an air sign, is known for its curiosity, adaptability, and love of communication, while Virgo, an earth sign, emphasizes precision, analysis, and practicality. The Caduceus, with its balanced serpents, reflects this interplay between the intellectual and the grounded, reminding us that true wisdom lies in harmonizing these forces. As we consider the Caduceus's place in astrology, it's clear that this ancient symbol continues to resonate with profound meaning. Whether guiding the swift movements of Mercury or inspiring us to communicate with clarity and balance, the Caduceus serves as a celestial reminder of the power of intellect, connection, and harmony. Next, we'll uncover how the Caduceus found its way into the secretive world of Freemasonry, where it became a symbol of wisdom and enlightenment. Stay with us as we delve into this intriguing chapter of the Caduceus's story. Now, let's step into the enigmatic world of Freemasonry, where the Caduceus takes on a new layer of meaning as a symbol of wisdom, enlightenment, and the eternal quest for knowledge. Freemasonry, a centuries-old fraternal organization, has long been associated with the pursuit of deeper truths and the cultivation of moral and intellectual growth. Within this secretive tradition, the Caduceus emerges as a powerful emblem, embodying the ideals that Freemasons hold dear. In Freemasonry, the Caduceus is often interpreted as a representation of balance and harmony, much like its role in ancient mythology. The two serpents winding around the staff are seen as a metaphor for the dualities of life: light and darkness, reason and intuition, the material and the spiritual. Freemasons strive to reconcile these opposites, seeking a higher understanding that transcends superficial divisions. The wings atop the Caduceus further emphasize this aspiration, symbolizing the elevation of the mind and spirit toward enlightenment. The Caduceus also aligns with Freemasonry's emphasis on the pursuit of knowledge. Just as Hermes, the messenger god, used the Caduceus to bridge the gap between the divine and the mortal, Freemasons view the symbol as a guide in their journey toward self-improvement and wisdom. It serves as a reminder that true knowledge is not merely intellectual but also spiritual, requiring a balance of both to achieve true understanding. Interestingly, the Caduceus's connection to Freemasonry also reflects its historical ties to alchemy and Hermetic philosophy, which have influenced Masonic teachings. In these traditions, the Caduceus is seen as a symbol of transformation, and the union of opposites ideas that resonate deeply with Freemasonry's focus on personal growth and the refinement of the self. The serpents, often interpreted as representing the masculine and feminine energies, further underscore the Masonic ideal of unity and balance. Moreover, the Caduceus' association with communication and guidance aligns with Freemasonry's role as a society built on shared values and mutual support. Just as the Caduceus guided Hermes in his duties, it serves as a metaphor for the Masonic journey, where members are encouraged to share knowledge, mentor one another, and work together toward common goals. This collaborative spirit is at the heart of Freemasonry, and the Caduceus stands as a fitting symbol of this collective endeavor. As we explore the Caduceus's place in Freemasonry, it becomes clear that this ancient symbol continues to inspire those who seek wisdom and enlightenment. Whether as a guide for personal transformation or a reminder of the importance of balance and unity, the Caduceus remains a timeless emblem of the human quest for knowledge and truth. Next, we'll turn our attention to the Caduceus's controversial role in modern medicine, where it has become a widely recognized symbol despite its historical ties to commerce. Join us as we unravel this fascinating chapter in the Caduceus's enduring legacy. Now, let's shift our focus to a fascinating yet contentious chapter in the Caduceus's story, its adoption as a symbol of modern medicine. While the Caduceus has deep roots in mythology, commerce, and spiritual traditions, its presence in the medical field is a relatively recent development and one that has sparked considerable debate. The Caduceus, with its intertwined serpents and winged staff, is often mistaken for the rod of Asclepius, the traditional symbol of healing. The rod of Asclepius features a single serpent coiled around a staff and is directly linked to the Greek god of medicine, Asclepius. However, the Caduceus, historically associated with Hermes and commerce, has somehow found its way into hospitals, medical organizations, and even the logos of pharmaceutical companies. So, how did this mix-up happen? The confusion dates back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when the United States Army Medical Corps adopted the Caduceus as its emblem. At the time, the symbol was chosen not for its healing connotations but for its association with neutrality and diplomacy, qualities that aligned with the Corps mission. Over time, the Caduceus became widely recognized as a medical symbol, despite its lack of direct ties to healing or medicine. Critics argue that the Caduceus's use in medicine is inappropriate, given its historical connection to commerce and negotiation. After all, Hermes was the patron of merchants, not healers. Some see this as a symbolic misstep, suggesting that the medical profession should instead embrace the rod of Asclepius, which has a clear and direct link to healing. On the other hand, supporters of the Caduceus's use in medicine point to its broader symbolism of balance, harmony, and transformation. They argue that the dual serpents represent the integration of opposing forces, such as illness and health, while the wings signify the aspiration for healing and progress. In this light, the Caduceus can be seen as a fitting emblem for a field that seeks to restore balance and well-being. Despite the controversy, the Caduceus remains a widely recognized symbol in modern medicine, appearing on everything from medical textbooks to hospital signage. Its enduring presence raises intriguing questions about the power of symbols and how their meanings can evolve over time. As we reflect on the Caduceus's role in medicine, it's worth considering how symbols can take on new meanings in different contexts. Whether as a guide for healers or a reminder of the delicate balance between life and health, the Caduceus continues to captivate and inspire. Next, we'll explore the Caduceus's intriguing parallels with Kundalini energy in Hinduism, where serpent imagery takes on a whole new dimension of spiritual significance. Stay with us as we uncover this fascinating connection. Now, let's journey into a realm where ancient symbols transcend cultures and connect deeply with spiritual traditions. The Caduceus, with its iconic entwined serpents, finds a striking parallel in the concept of Kundalini energy within Hinduism. This connection reveals a shared fascination with serpent imagery and the transformative power it represents. In Hinduism, Kundalini is often described as a dormant energy coiled at the base of the spine, symbolized by a serpent. When awakened through meditation, yoga, or spiritual practices, this energy rises through the body, activating the chakras and leading to spiritual enlightenment. The imagery of the serpent is central here, representing both the potential for transformation and the challenges of navigating this profound inner journey. The Caduceus, with its two serpents winding around a central staff, mirrors this idea of duality and balance. Just as Kundalini energy seeks to harmonize the physical and spiritual realms, the Caduceus embodies the integration of opposing forces, life and death, health and illness, or even the material and the divine. The serpent's upward movement on the staff can be seen as a metaphor for the ascent of Kundalini energy, symbolizing the journey toward higher consciousness. Both symbols also emphasize the importance of balance. In Kundalini practice, the awakening process requires careful guidance to avoid imbalance or harm. Similarly, the Caduceus's intertwined serpents suggest a delicate equilibrium, reminding us that true healing and transformation come from harmonizing opposing forces rather than favoring one over the other. The wings atop the Caduceus add another layer of meaning, echoing the ultimate goal of Kundalini awakening spiritual liberation. Just as the wings suggest transcendence and divine connection, the rising Kundalini energy aims to unite the individual soul with universal consciousness, achieving a state of enlightenment. This fascinating parallel between the Caduceus and Kundalini highlights how serpent imagery has been a universal symbol of transformation across cultures. Whether in the context of ancient Greek mythology or Hindu spirituality, the serpent represents the potential for renewal, growth, and the profound journey of awakening. As we reflect on these connections, it's clear that the Caduceus is more than just a staff with serpent. It's a timeless emblem of the human quest for balance, healing, and spiritual ascent. Next, we'll delve into how the Caduceus has inspired artists and writers throughout history, leaving its mark on art and literature in ways that continue to captivate us today. Stay tuned as we uncover this creative legacy. Now, let's shift our focus to the creative world, where the Caduceus has left an indelible mark across centuries of art and literature. This iconic symbol, with its entwined serpents and winged staff, has inspired countless artists and writers, becoming a powerful motif that transcends time and culture. In ancient art, the Caduceus often appeared in sculptures and frescoes, particularly in Greek and Roman contexts. It was frequently depicted in the hands of Hermes or Mercury, symbolizing their roles as messengers and guides. These artistic representations not only highlighted the Caduceus's association with communication and commerce, but also reinforced its deeper meanings of balance and transformation. For instance, on ancient pottery, the Caduceus was sometimes shown alongside scenes of trade or diplomacy, emphasizing its role as a mediator between opposing forces. Moving into the Renaissance, the Caduceus took on new layers of meaning in art. Artists like Botticelli and Raphael incorporated the symbol into their works, often blending classical mythology with Christian themes. In these depictions, the Caduceus became a bridge between the ancient and the divine, symbolizing the harmony of earthly and spiritual realms. Its presence in religious art underscored its enduring significance as a symbol of healing and transcendence. Literature, too, has embraced the Caduceus as a rich source of symbolism. In classical texts such as Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, the Caduceus appears as a tool of Hermes, used to guide souls and mediate conflict. Later, in works like Dante's Divine Comedy, the symbol takes on a more allegorical role, representing the journey of the soul toward enlightenment. Even in modern literature, the Caduceus continues to inspire. Authors like Hermann Hesse and James Joyce have used it as a metaphor for transformation and the search for meaning in a complex world. In contemporary art and literature, the caduceus remains a potent symbol, often reinterpreted to reflect modern themes. For example, in graphic novels and fantasy literature, the caduceus is sometimes reimagined as a magical artifact, embodying themes of healing, duality, and the quest for balance. Its timeless appeal lies in its ability to adapt to new contexts while retaining its core symbolism. As we explore these artistic and literary depictions, it's clear that the caduceus is more than just a mythological symbol, it's a source of endless inspiration. Its presence in art and literature reminds us of the universal human desire to seek harmony, transformation, and connection with the divine. Next, we'll uncover how the caduceus intersects with another profound symbol, the tree of life. Stay with us as we delve into this fascinating connection. Now, let's turn our attention to a fascinating connection that bridges the caduceus with one of the most profound symbols in human history, the tree of life. This ancient symbol, found in mythologies and spiritual traditions across the globe, shares striking parallels with the caduceus, particularly in its themes of balance, growth, and the interconnectedness of all things. In Kabbalah, the tree of life is a central symbol representing the structure of the universe and the path to spiritual enlightenment. Its 10 interconnected spheres, or sephiroth, symbolize different aspects of divine energy and the journey of the soul. Like the caduceus, the tree of life embodies duality and harmony, with its branches reaching upward toward the heavens and its roots grounded in the earth. This vertical axis mirrors the caduceus's staff, which connects the earthly and the divine, while the serpent's entwined forms echo the tree's intricate network of pathways. The tree of life also appears in other mythologies, such as Norse and Egyptian traditions, where it symbolizes creation, regeneration, and the cyclical nature of existence. In Norse mythology, Yggdrasil, the world tree, connects the 9 realms, much like how the caduceus links different realms of existence. Similarly, in ancient Egypt, the tree of life was associated with the goddess Isis and represented eternal life and resurrection, themes that resonate deeply with the caduceus's symbolism of healing and transformation. What makes this connection even more intriguing is the shared emphasis on balance and unity. Both the caduceus and the tree of life remind us that life is a delicate interplay of opposing forces, light and dark, growth and decay, creation and destruction. The serpents of the caduceus, coiled in perfect symmetry, reflect this balance, just as the tree of life's branches and roots symbolize the harmony between the material and spiritual worlds. This interplay of symbols invites us to consider how the caduceus and the tree of life together offer a roadmap for personal and spiritual growth. They encourage us to seek balance within ourselves, to embrace the cycles of life, and to strive for a deeper connection with the divine. Whether through the caduceus's guidance or the tree of life's wisdom, these symbols remind us that transformation is not only possible but essential to our journey. As we reflect on this profound connection, we're reminded of the timeless power of symbols to inspire and guide us. Next, we'll explore another intriguing link, the caduceus and the Ouroboros, the ancient symbol of a serpent eating its own tail. Stay with us as we uncover how these two symbols intertwine to reveal deeper truths about eternity and renewal. Now, let's unravel another layer of symbolism as we explore the fascinating connection between the caduceus and the Ouroboros. This ancient symbol, depicting a serpent devouring its own tail, is one of the most enduring representations of eternity, renewal, and the cyclical nature of existence. Together, these two symbols weave a profound narrative about the endless dance of creation and destruction, life and death, and the eternal return. The Ouroboros, with its serpent coiled in a perfect circle, embodies the idea of infinity, a cycle with no beginning and no end. This mirrors the caduceus's serpents, which spiral around the staff in a harmonious balance, symbolizing the interplay of opposing forces. Both symbols remind us that life is not a linear journey but a continuous loop where endings give rise to new beginnings. In alchemy, the Ouroboros was a powerful emblem of transformation, representing the process of breaking down and rebuilding, much like the Caduceus's association with healing and renewal. The serpent consuming itself signifies the destruction of the old to make way for the new, a theme that resonates deeply with the Caduceus's role in guiding souls through transitions and transformations. The Ouroboros also appears in ancient Egyptian and Greek traditions, where it was linked to the sun god Ra and the concept of eternal return. In these mythologies, the serpent's endless cycle mirrored the daily journey of the sun across the sky, rising and setting in an unbroken rhythm. This connection to celestial cycles aligns with the Caduceus's vertical axis, which bridges the earthly and the divine, suggesting a cosmic harmony that transcends time and space. What makes the relationship between the Caduceus and the Ouroboros so compelling is their shared emphasis on balance and continuity. The serpents of the Caduceus, entwined in perfect symmetry, reflect the Ouroboros' circular form, both symbols illustrating the delicate equilibrium that sustains the universe. They remind us that life is a series of interconnected cycles, where every ending is a new beginning and every loss is an opportunity for growth. As we reflect on these two symbols, we're invited to consider their message of resilience and renewal. They teach us that change is not something to fear but an essential part of existence, a force that propels us forward in an endless spiral of transformation. Together, the Caduceus and the Ouroboros offer a timeless reminder that life cycles are not just inevitable but deeply meaningful. With this understanding, we're ready to explore another intriguing dimension of the Caduceus, its presence in the world of tarot. Stay with us as we uncover how this ancient symbol weaves its way into the cards, offering wisdom and insight into the mysteries of life and transformation. Now, let's step into the mystical world of tarot, where the Caduceus finds yet another fascinating expression. In the rich symbolism of tarot cards, the Caduceus emerges as a powerful emblem of wisdom, transformation, and the delicate balance between opposing forces. Two cards in particular stand out for their connection to this ancient symbol: the Magician and the Hermit. The Magician, often depicted with tools representing the four elements, earth, air, fire, and water, embodies the idea of mastery over the material and spiritual realms. At the heart of this card lies the concept of transformation, much like the Caduceus itself. The Magician's ability to channel energy and manifest change mirrors the Caduceus's role as a bridge between the earthly and the divine. The serpents entwined around the staff remind us of the Magician's skill in harmonizing dualities, turning chaos into order and guiding the seeker toward enlightenment. Similarly, the Hermit card carries profound echoes of the Caduceus's symbolism, representing introspection, inner wisdom, and the journey of self-discovery. The Hermit holds a lantern illuminating the path ahead. This light can be seen as a metaphor for the Caduceus's guiding role, leading souls through the darkness of uncertainty toward clarity and understanding. The Hermit's solitary journey reflects the Caduceus's message of balance and transformation, reminding us that true wisdom often comes from within, through quiet reflection and the integration of opposing forces. In tarot, the Caduceus's presence is subtle yet deeply meaningful. It serves as a reminder that transformation is not just an external process but an inner journey, one that requires us to confront and reconcile the dualities within ourselves. The serpent's spiral around the staff symbolizes the continuous cycle of growth and renewal, a theme that resonates strongly in the tarot's archetypal imagery. As we explore these connections, it becomes clear that the Caduceus is more than just a symbol. It's a guide, a teacher, and a source of profound insight. Its presence in tarot underscores the timeless relevance of its message, offering seekers a roadmap for navigating life's complexities with wisdom and grace. With this understanding, we're ready to delve into another layer of the Caduceus's symbolism: its alignment with the concept of chakras in Eastern spirituality. Stay with us as we uncover how this ancient symbol intertwines with the energy centers of the body, revealing yet another dimension of its enduring power. Now, let's shift our focus to the fascinating intersection of the Caduceus and the chakras, a concept deeply rooted in Eastern spirituality. The Caduceus, with its two serpents spiraling around a central staff, bears a striking resemblance to the energy channels described in the chakra system. These channels, known as the Ida and Pingala in yogic traditions, represent the dual forces of energy that flow through the body, balancing our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The central staff of the Caduceus can be seen as the Sushumna, the primary energy channel that runs along the spine, connecting the base chakra at the root to the crown chakra at the top of the head. Just as the Caduceus symbolizes the union of opposites light and dark, life and death, material and spiritual, the chakra system emphasizes the harmony between these dual energies. The serpent's intertwining path mirrors the way Ida and Pingala spiral around the Sushumna, creating a dynamic flow of energy that fuels our vitality and consciousness. Each chakra, from the root to the crown, corresponds to specific aspects of our being, from survival instincts to higher states of awareness. The Caduceus, with its wings at the top, symbolizes the ascent of this energy, guiding us towards spiritual awakening and enlightenment. This connection highlights the Caduceus's role not just as a symbol of healing, but as a map for inner transformation, aligning perfectly with the chakra system's goal of achieving balance and unity within the self. The Caduceus's presence in this context reminds us that true healing goes beyond the physical. It invites us to explore the deeper layers of our energy, to harmonize the dualities within us, and to ascend toward a state of wholeness. Just as the chakras guide us on a journey of self-discovery, the Caduceus serves as a timeless emblem of the path to spiritual growth and inner harmony. With this understanding, we're ready to explore another layer of the Caduceus's symbolism, its distinction from the rod of Asclepius, another ancient symbol often associated with healing. Stay with us as we unravel the differences and uncover why these two symbols, though similar, carry unique meanings and histories. Now, let's turn our attention to a common source of confusion in the world of ancient symbols: the difference between the Caduceus and the rod of Asclepius. While both are deeply tied to healing, their origins, meanings, and uses are distinct, and understanding these differences sheds light on their unique roles in history and mythology. The Caduceus, as we've explored, is most famously associated with Hermes, the Greek messenger god. It features two serpents entwined around a central staff topped with wings. This symbol is often linked to commerce, negotiation, and communication, as well as the guiding of souls. However, its connection to healing is more indirect, rooted in its representation of balance and transformation rather than direct medical practice. On the other hand, the rod of Asclepius is a simpler symbol, featuring a single serpent coiled around a staff. Asclepius, the Greek god of healing and medicine, is its namesake, and this staff is universally recognized as a symbol of medicine and healing. Unlike the Caduceus, the rod of Asclepius has no wings and carries no association with commerce or communication. Its focus is purely on health, wellness, and the restoration of life. The confusion between these two symbols often arises from their similar appearances and the fact that both feature serpents, which have long been symbols of renewal and healing due to their ability to shed their skin. However, the Caduceus's dual serpents and wings add layers of meaning that set it apart from the more straightforward rod of Asclepius. In modern times, the Caduceus has been mistakenly adopted as a symbol of medicine, particularly in the United States, where it appears on medical insignia and logos. This is likely due to its striking visual appeal and its association with Hermes, who was seen as a protector and guide. However, many argue that the rod of Asclepius is the more appropriate symbol for the medical field, given its direct ties to healing and its historical accuracy. Understanding the distinction between these two symbols not only clarifies their roles in mythology, but also highlights the importance of choosing the right emblem to represent a field as vital as medicine. The Caduceus, with its rich symbolism of duality and transformation, serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of life's many facets, while the rod of Asclepius stands as a timeless beacon of healing and care. As we move forward, we'll explore how the Caduceus was used in ancient rituals, shedding light on its practical applications in ceremonies of healing, protection, and divine communication. Stay with us as we uncover the next layer of this enigmatic symbol's legacy. Now, let's step into the sacred spaces of the ancient world, where the Caduceus played a vital role in rituals that bridged the earthly and the divine. This powerful symbol wasn't just a decorative emblem, it was a tool of transformation, used in ceremonies that sought healing, protection, and a deeper connection to the gods. In ancient Greece, the Caduceus was often carried by priests and healers during rituals aimed at restoring health and balance. The intertwined serpents, representing duality and harmony, were believed to channel divine energy, helping to cleanse the body and spirit of illness or imbalance. These rituals often involved offerings, prayers, and the use of sacred herbs, with the Caduceus serving as a focal point to invoke the presence of Hermes, the god who could guide both the living and the dead. The Caduceus also played a key role in protective ceremonies. Warriors and travelers would carry amulets or staffs adorned with the symbol, believing it would shield them from harm and ensure safe passage. The wings atop the staff symbolized divine speed and intervention, offering a sense of security and guidance in uncertain times. Whether on the battlefield or during long journeys, the Caduceus was seen as a guardian against danger and misfortune. Perhaps most intriguing is the Caduceus's role in rituals of communication with the divine. As the staff of Hermes, the messenger god, it was believed to open channels between the mortal world and the realm of the gods. Oracles and seers would use the Caduceus in ceremonies to seek visions, prophecies, or guidance from the divine. The serpents, with their connection to wisdom and renewal, were thought to enhance the clarity and truth of these messages, making the Caduceus an essential tool for those who sought to understand the will of the gods. These ancient rituals highlight the Caduceus's multifaceted nature. It wasn't just a symbol of healing or protection, but a bridge between worlds, a conduit for divine energy, and a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. Its presence in these ceremonies underscores its enduring power as a symbol of transformation and connection. As we continue our journey, we'll explore how the Caduceus intersects with the zodiac, particularly the sign of Gemini, and how its symbolism of duality and communication resonates in the stars. Stay with us as we uncover more layers of this fascinating symbol's legacy. Now, let's turn our gaze to the stars, where the Caduceus finds its celestial counterpart in the zodiac, particularly in the sign of Gemini. This connection is no coincidence. The Caduceus, with its intertwined serpents and winged staff, mirrors the themes of duality, communication, and balance that define Gemini. Gemini, represented by the twins, embodies the idea of two sides coexisting in harmony. Just as the serpents on the Caduceus symbolize opposing forces, life and death, light and dark, Gemini reflects the dual nature of existence. This sign is often associated with adaptability, curiosity, and the ability to see multiple perspectives, much like the Caduceus's role as a mediator between worlds. The Caduceus's connection to communication is also deeply tied to Gemini. As the zodiac's messenger, Gemini thrives on exchanging ideas, sharing knowledge, and fostering connections. This mirrors the Caduceus's association with Hermes, the god of communication, who used the staff to bridge the gap between mortals and the divine. In astrology, Gemini's ruling planet is Mercury, further strengthening this link, as Mercury is the Roman counterpart of Hermes. Astrologically, those born under Gemini are often seen as natural communicators, quick-witted and versatile, much like the energy the Caduceus represents. The symbol serpents, with their ability to shed their skin and renew themselves, also resonate with Gemini's mutable quality, a sign that thrives on change and transformation. The Caduceus's presence in the zodiac reminds us of the importance of balance and dialogue in our lives. Just as the serpents on the staff intertwine in perfect harmony, Gemini teaches us to embrace both sides of ourselves and to find unity in duality. Whether in the stars or in the ancient rituals of the past, the Caduceus continues to inspire us to seek connection, understanding, and growth. As we move forward, we'll uncover how the Caduceus has made its mark in modern pop culture, appearing in movies, video games, and other media as a symbol of mystery and power. Stay with us as we explore this fascinating journey through time and imagination. Now, let's step into the vibrant world of modern pop culture, where the Caduceus continues to weave its ancient magic into the fabric of our contemporary stories. This iconic symbol, with its entwined serpents and winged staff, has found a new home in movies, video games, and other forms of media, where it often represents mystery, power, and transformation. One of the most striking appearances of the Caduceus can be found in the realm of superhero films. Take, for example, its subtle yet powerful presence in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Caduceus is often associated with characters who possess healing abilities or serve as mediators, echoing its mythological roots. Its imagery is used to convey themes of balance and duality, reminding us that even in a world of superpowers, the struggle between opposing forces remains central to the human experience. Video games, too, have embraced the Caduceus as a symbol of intrigue and authority. In role-playing games, it frequently appears as a powerful artifact or a tool wielded by characters who bridge the gap between life and death, or between the mortal and the divine. The Caduceus's serpent imagery is particularly fitting in these digital worlds, where players often navigate complex moral choices and transformative journeys. Its presence adds a layer of depth, connecting the game's narrative to the timeless themes of mythology. Even in literature and graphic novels, the Caduceus continues to inspire. Writers and artists use it to evoke a sense of ancient wisdom and hidden knowledge, often tying it to characters who are healers, guides, or keepers of secrets. Its dual serpents and wings serve as a visual shorthand for the tension between opposing forces, making it a versatile and evocative symbol in storytelling. What's fascinating is how the Caduceus has transcended its original context to become a universal emblem of transformation and mystery. Whether it's a subtle background detail in a blockbuster film or a central motif in a video game, the Caduceus reminds us of the enduring power of symbols to connect us to deeper truths. As we continue our exploration, we'll delve into the significance of the number 8 in the Caduceus's design, and how this figure 8 shape holds profound meaning in both ancient and modern context. Stay with us as we uncover yet another layer of this enigmatic symbol story. Now, let's turn our attention to a fascinating detail hidden within the Caduceus, the number 8. At first glance, the intertwining serpents may seem like a simple decorative element, but their spiral formation creates a subtle yet profound figure 8 shape. This shape, often referred to as the infinity symbol, holds deep significance across cultures and time, and its presence in the Caduceus is no coincidence. The figure 8 shape formed by the serpents is more than just an aesthetic choice. In many ancient traditions, the number 8 symbolizes balance, harmony, and the cyclical nature of existence. Think of it as a visual representation of the eternal dance between opposing forces, life and death, light and dark, creation and destruction. The Caduceus, with its serpents coiled in this infinite loop, captures this duality perfectly, reminding us that these forces are not in conflict but are instead interconnected and interdependent. In numerology, the number 8 is often associated with abundance, power, and regeneration. It's seen as a number of completion and renewal, reflecting the idea that endings are merely new beginnings in disguise. This aligns beautifully with the Caduceus's role as a symbol of transformation and healing. The figure 8 shape suggests that healing is not a linear process but a continuous cycle, where each stage of recovery leads to growth and renewal. The significance of the number 8 extends beyond mythology and into the natural world. For instance, the double helix structure of DNA, which carries the blueprint of life, echoes the figure 8 shape of the Caduceus. This parallel underscores the symbol's connection to life itself, as well as its role in guiding the flow of energy and information within living systems. Even in modern contexts, the figure 8 shape continues to inspire. It's a common motif in art, architecture, and design, often used to convey the idea of endless possibilities and infinite potential. When we see this shape in the Caduceus, it serves as a reminder that the mysteries of life and healing are not finite but ever evolving, inviting us to explore and embrace the cycles of change. As we move forward, we'll uncover how the Caduceus connects to the divine feminine, a theme that further enriches its symbolism and reveals yet another layer of its timeless allure. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the secrets of this ancient and enigmatic symbol. Now, let's explore a captivating dimension of the Caduceus, its profound connection to the divine feminine. This aspect of the symbol is deeply rooted in its serpent imagery, which has long been associated with feminine energy, wisdom, and the cycles of rebirth. The serpents coiled around the staff are not just symbols of duality, but also powerful representations of the life-giving and transformative forces often linked to the divine feminine. In many ancient cultures, serpents were revered as sacred creatures embodying wisdom, intuition, and the mysteries of creation. They were often connected to goddesses and feminine deities who presided over life, death, and regeneration. For instance, in ancient Egypt, the serpent goddess Wadjet was a protector and a symbol of sovereignty, while in Greek mythology, the serpent was associated with Gaia, the primordial earth goddess. The Caduceus, with its entwined serpents, echoes these associations, symbolizing the nurturing and regenerative power of the divine feminine. The serpent's ability to shed its skin has also made it a universal symbol of renewal and transformation. This act of shedding represents the cyclical nature of life-death leading to rebirth and endings giving way to new beginnings. In the context of the divine feminine, this imagery aligns with the idea of creation as an ongoing, regenerative process. The Caduceus, through its serpentine design, captures this essence, reminding us of the eternal flow of life and the nurturing energy that sustains it. Moreover, the divine feminine is often linked to wisdom and intuition, qualities that are central to the Caduceus's symbolism. The serpent's presence on the staff can be seen as a metaphor for the balance between knowledge and instinct, logic and emotion. This duality reflects the harmonious integration of masculine and feminine energies, emphasizing that true wisdom arises from the union of these forces. The Caduceus's connection to the divine feminine also extends to its role as a guide and protector. Just as feminine deities were often seen as guardians of life and the underworld, the Caduceus serves as a symbol of safe passage and transformation. It bridges the realms of the earthly and the divine, much like the divine feminine itself, which is often depicted as a mediator between the physical and spiritual worlds. As we continue our journey, we'll delve into the Caduceus's role in the underworld, where it serves as a guide for souls navigating the mysteries of life and death. This next chapter will reveal how the Caduceus's symbolism transcends the boundaries of the physical world, offering profound insights into the cycles of existence. Stay with us as we uncover more layers of this ancient and enigmatic symbol. Now, let's venture into the shadowy realms of the underworld, where the Caduceus takes on one of its most profound roles, guiding souls through the mysteries of life and death. In both Greek and Roman mythology, the Caduceus is closely tied to the journey of the soul, serving as a symbol of safe passage between the worlds of the living and the dead. In Greek mythology, Hermes, the messenger god, was not only a guide for the living but also a psychopomp, a conductor of souls to the underworld. His Caduceus, with its entwined serpents and wings, became a powerful emblem of this sacred duty. The serpents, representing duality and transformation, mirrored the soul's journey from one state of being to another, while the wings symbolized the swift and divine nature of this transition. Hermes would use the Caduceus to lead souls to the river Styx, where Charon, the ferryman, awaited to carry them across to the realm of Hades. The Romans, who adopted much of Greek mythology, also associated the Caduceus with Mercury, their counterpart to Hermes. In Roman tradition, Mercury's role as a guide to the underworld was equally significant. The Caduceus became a symbol of protection and authority, ensuring that souls could navigate the perilous journey to the afterlife safely. This connection to the underworld highlights the Caduceus's dual nature. It is not only a tool of communication and healing, but also a bridge between the mortal and the divine, the living and the dead. The underworld itself was often depicted as a place of judgment and transformation, where souls faced trials and revelations before moving on to their final resting place. The Caduceus, with its serpentine imagery, embodied this transformative process. Just as the serpents shed their skin, souls in the underworld underwent a kind of spiritual shedding, leaving behind their earthly identities to be reborn in the afterlife. This cyclical journey reflects the Caduceus's broader symbolism of renewal and the eternal flow of existence. Interestingly, the Caduceus's role in the underworld also ties back to its connection with the divine feminine. In many myths, feminine deities like Persephone and Hecate played crucial roles in the underworld, overseeing the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. The Caduceus, as a symbol of guidance and transformation, aligns with these themes, further emphasizing its multifaceted significance across different mythologies. As we move forward, we'll explore how the Caduceus represents the balance of the four classical elements: earth, air, fire, and water, and how this symbolism ties into its role as a cosmic axis connecting the heavens, earth, and underworld. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the layers of this ancient and enigmatic symbol. Now, let's shift our focus to the Caduceus's profound connection to the four classical elements: earth, air, fire, and water. These elements, foundational to ancient philosophies and mythologies, are deeply woven into the symbolism of the Caduceus, reflecting the balance and harmony of the natural world. The Caduceus, with its intricate design, serves as a visual representation of these elements working in unison. The staff itself, often depicted as a sturdy rod, symbolizes earth, the grounding force that provides stability and structure. Earth represents the physical realm, the tangible foundation upon which life is built. Just as the staff stands firm, the element of earth reminds us of the importance of rootedness and resilience in our own lives. Winding around the staff are the two serpents embodying the element of water. Water, in ancient symbolism, is associated with emotion, intuition, and the flow of life. The serpent's fluid, coiling movement mirrors the ever-changing nature of water, reminding us of the need to adapt and embrace the currents of existence. Together, the serpents and the staff create a dynamic interplay between stability and fluidity, reflecting the balance between structure and flexibility. Atop the Caduceus, the wings represent the element of air. Air symbolizes intellect, communication, and the breath of life. The wings' upward motion signifies the elevation of thought and spirit, connecting the earthly realm to the divine. Just as air carries sound and allows for communication, the wings of the Caduceus remind us of the power of ideas and the importance of transcending physical limitations to reach higher understanding. Finally, the element of fire is subtly woven into the Caduceus's symbolism through its transformative energy. Fire represents passion, willpower, and the spark of creation. The serpents, often associated with regeneration and renewal, embody this fiery energy as they shed their skin and emerge anew. Fire's presence in the Caduceus underscores the symbol's role as a catalyst for change and transformation, both in the physical and spiritual realms. Together, these four elements, earth, air, fire, and water, create a harmonious balance within the Caduceus, reflecting the interconnectedness of all things. This balance is not only a cornerstone of ancient cosmology, but also a timeless reminder of the need for equilibrium in our own lives. The Caduceus, as a symbol of unity and harmony, invites us to consider how we can integrate these elemental forces within ourselves, fostering growth, resilience, and transformation. As we continue our exploration, we'll delve into the Caduceus's connection to the phoenix, another powerful symbol of rebirth and immortality. Stay with us as we uncover how these two symbols intertwine to reveal deeper truths about the cycles of life and death. Now, let's turn our attention to the Caduceus's fascinating connection to the phoenix, a legendary creature that has captivated imaginations across cultures and time. Both the Caduceus and the phoenix are powerful symbols of transformation, rebirth, and immortality, and their parallels reveal profound insights into the cycles of life and death. The phoenix, often depicted as a radiant bird that rises from its own ashes, embodies the idea of renewal and eternal life. This mythical creature represents the ultimate transformation, a complete rebirth from destruction. Similarly, the Caduceus, with its serpents shedding their skin and its wings reaching toward the heavens, symbolizes the continuous process of renewal and spiritual ascension. Together, these symbols remind us that endings are not final but rather gateways to new beginnings. The serpents of the Caduceus, with their cyclical shedding of skin, mirror the phoenix's cyclical death and rebirth. Both symbols emphasize the inevitability of change and the potential for growth that comes from embracing transformation. Just as the phoenix emerges stronger and more vibrant after each cycle, the Caduceus encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for renewal and self-improvement. The wings of the Caduceus further deepen this connection. They symbolize the elevation of the spirit, much like the phoenix's flight into the heavens after its rebirth. Both symbols suggest that true transformation involves not only physical renewal but also a spiritual awakening, a journey toward higher understanding and enlightenment. In ancient mythology, the phoenix and the Caduceus also share a connection to the divine. The phoenix is often associated with the sun, a source of life and energy, while the Caduceus is linked to Hermes, the messenger of the gods. Both symbols bridge the earthly and the divine, reminding us of our potential to transcend our limitations and connect with something greater than ourselves. The Caduceus and the phoenix also highlight the importance of balance in the process of transformation. The phoenix's fiery rebirth is tempered by its eventual return to the ashes, just as the Caduceus balances the opposing forces of earth and air, water and fire. This balance is essential for true renewal, as it ensures that transformation is not chaotic but harmonious and purposeful. As we reflect on these two symbols, we see a shared message of hope and resilience. The Caduceus and the phoenix remind us that no matter how difficult the journey, transformation is always possible. They inspire us to embrace change, to rise from our challenges, and to emerge stronger and more enlightened. Next, we'll explore the Caduceus's role as a representation of the cosmic axis, connecting the heavens, earth, and underworld in ancient cosmology. Join us as we uncover how this symbol bridges the realms of existence, offering a deeper understanding of the universe's interconnectedness. Now, let's shift our focus to the Caduceus's role as a representation of the cosmic axis, a concept that bridges the heavens, earth, and underworld in ancient cosmology. This idea of the cosmic axis, often referred to as the world tree or the axis mundi, is found in many cultures and symbolizes the connection between different realms of existence. The Caduceus, with its winged staff and entwined serpents, serves as a powerful visual metaphor for this interconnectedness. At its core, the cosmic axis represents the central point around which the universe revolves, linking the physical world with the spiritual and the divine. The Caduceus embodies this concept through its vertical structure. The staff itself symbolizes the axis, while the wings at the top signify the heavens, and the serpents winding around it represent the earthly and underworld forces. Together, these elements create a harmonious balance, illustrating the unity of all realms. In ancient Greek and Roman mythology, the Caduceus was often associated with Hermes or Mercury, who acted as a mediator between the gods and mortals. This role of the messenger god aligns perfectly with the idea of the cosmic axis, as Hermes was believed to traverse the boundaries between the heavens, earth, and underworld. The Caduceus, as his staff, became a symbol of this divine connection, emphasizing the fluidity and interdependence of these realms. The serpents on the Caduceus further enhance its representation of the cosmic axis. In many traditions, serpents are seen as creatures that move between worlds, capable of navigating both the surface and the depths. Their presence on the Caduceus underscores the idea that the cosmic axis is not a static structure but a dynamic pathway, facilitating movement and communication between realms. The wings atop the Caduceus add another layer of meaning, symbolizing the ascent to higher states of consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. Just as the cosmic axis connects the earthly with the divine, the wings suggest the possibility of transcendence, rising above the material world to achieve a deeper understanding of the universe. This concept of the cosmic axis also resonates with other ancient symbols, such as the Tree of Life and the World Tree, which appear in various mythologies around the globe. Like the Caduceus, these symbols emphasize the interconnectedness of all things, reminding us that the physical, spiritual, and divine are not separate but part of a unified whole. The Caduceus's representation of the cosmic axis invites us to reflect on our own place within the universe. It encourages us to see ourselves as part of a larger, interconnected system, where every action and thought has the potential to influence the balance of the cosmos. By understanding this symbol, we gain insight into the ancient belief that harmony and unity are essential for both personal and universal well-being. As we continue our exploration, we'll delve into the Caduceus's role in the Hermetic tradition, where it becomes a symbol of profound spiritual principles. Stay with us as we uncover how this ancient staff embodies the timeless wisdom of transformation and connection. Now, let's turn our attention to the Caduceus's fascinating role in the Hermetic tradition, where it takes on a deeper, more mystical significance. Hermeticism, an ancient philosophical and spiritual tradition rooted in the teachings attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, places great emphasis on the interconnectedness of all things. Within this framework, the Caduceus becomes a powerful symbol of two key Hermetic principles: correspondence and vibration. The principle of correspondence, often summarized by the phrase, "as above, so below," reflects the idea that the microcosm and the macrocosm mirror one another. The Caduceus, with its vertical staff and entwined serpents, perfectly embodies this concept. The staff represents the axis connecting the heavens and the earth, while the serpents symbolize the duality and balance found in all aspects of existence. This duality, light and dark, life and death, spirit and matter, echoes the Hermetic belief that every level of reality reflects the same universal truths. The serpent's winding motion around the staff also aligns with the principle of vibration, which states that everything in the universe is in constant motion and that all matter and energy vibrate at different frequencies. The Caduceus, with its dynamic, spiraling serpents, visually captures this idea of perpetual motion and transformation. It reminds us that change is the only constant and that all things are interconnected through the vibrations that flow through the cosmos. In Hermetic thought, the Caduceus serves as a reminder that the physical and spiritual realms are not separate but deeply intertwined. The wings at the top of the staff symbolize the ascent to higher states of consciousness, while the serpents ground the symbol in the earthly and material world. Together, these elements illustrate the Hermetic journey of self-discovery and enlightenment, where one seeks to understand the universal laws that govern both the seen and unseen worlds. The Caduceus also reflects the Hermetic idea of alchemical transformation. Just as the serpents shed their skin, symbolizing renewal and rebirth, the Hermetic practitioner seeks to transform their own consciousness, moving from ignorance to wisdom, from separation to unity. This process of inner alchemy is central to Hermeticism, and the Caduceus stands as a guide and a reminder of the transformative power of knowledge and spiritual growth. By exploring the Caduceus through the lens of Hermeticism, we gain a deeper appreciation for its role as a symbol of universal harmony and interconnectedness. It invites us to consider how the principles of correspondence and vibration shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. As we move forward, we'll explore how the Caduceus continues to inspire modern spiritual practices, offering timeless wisdom for those seeking balance and transformation in their lives. Now, let's shift our focus to the Caduceus's enduring influence in modern spirituality, where its ancient symbolism finds new life in practices like energy healing and meditation. In today's world, the Caduceus is more than just a relic of mythology. It's a living symbol that resonates deeply with those seeking balance, healing, and spiritual growth. One of the most prominent ways the Caduceus inspires modern spirituality is through its connection to energy healing. The entwined serpents, representing duality and balance, are often seen as a metaphor for the flow of energy within the body. In practices like Reiki and other forms of energy work, the Caduceus serves as a visual reminder of the importance of harmonizing opposing forces such as the masculine and feminine energies, or the physical and spiritual selves. Healers often draw on the Caduceus's imagery to guide their work, using it as a symbol of alignment and the restoration of equilibrium within the body's energy systems. Meditation, too, has embraced the Caduceus as a powerful tool for inner transformation. The staff, with its vertical axis, represents the spine and the central channel of energy in many spiritual traditions such as Kundalini yoga. The serpents winding around it symbolize the awakening of this energy, rising from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Meditators often visualize the Caduceus during their practice to help focus their intention on achieving balance, clarity, and spiritual ascent. It's a symbol that bridges the physical and the metaphysical, guiding practitioners toward a deeper understanding of themselves and their connection to the universe. The Caduceus also plays a role in modern interpretations of alchemy, not as a literal transformation of metals, but as a metaphor for personal growth and enlightenment. Just as the serpents shed their skin, individuals on a spiritual journey seek to shed old patterns, beliefs, and limitations. The Caduceus becomes a symbol of this ongoing process of renewal, encouraging us to embrace change and trust in the transformative power of self-discovery. In contemporary spiritual communities, the Caduceus is often paired with other symbols of healing and transformation, such as the lotus flower or the tree of life. Together, these symbols create a rich tapestry of meaning, offering guidance and inspiration to those navigating the complexities of modern life. Whether used in meditation, energy healing, or personal reflection, the Caduceus continues to serve as a timeless reminder of the interconnectedness of all things and the potential for growth and harmony within each of us. As we conclude our exploration of the Caduceus, it's clear that this ancient symbol holds a profound and lasting significance. From its mythological roots to its modern applications, the Caduceus invites us to seek balance, embrace transformation, and connect with the deeper currents of life. Its message is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago, offering wisdom and inspiration for anyone on a journey of healing and self-discovery. As we bring our journey through the 30 secrets of the Caduceus to a close, It's remarkable to see how this ancient symbol has woven its way through the tapestry of human history. From its origins in Mesopotamia to its role in Greek mythology, from its presence in alchemy to its modern-day significance in spirituality and healing, the Caduceus has consistently served as a beacon of balance, transformation, and connection. Its entwined serpents remind us of the duality inherent in life, while its wings point us toward the divine, urging us to seek harmony between the earthly and the eternal. Across cultures and centuries, the Caduceus has been a symbol of healing, wisdom, and the delicate interplay of opposites, whether guiding souls to the underworld, inspiring alchemists in their quest for transformation, or aiding modern practitioners in energy work and meditation. Its message remains timeless. It invites us to embrace change, to seek equilibrium, and to recognize the interconnectedness of all things. So, as we reflect on the profound symbolism of the Caduceus, let's ask ourselves this: what does this ancient symbol mean to you? How can its lessons of balance, renewal, and spiritual growth inspire your own journey? The Caduceus is more than just a relic of the past. It's a living symbol offering guidance and wisdom to anyone willing to listen. If you found this exploration of the Caduceus as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a deep dive into the mysteries of mythology and symbolism. And let us know in the comments what's one lesson from the Caduceus that resonates with you. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, keep seeking balance and embracing the transformative power of symbols like the Caduceus.